The British royal family has always lived at the intersection of tradition, privilege, controversy, and public fascination. Few stories capture all four elements at once, quite like the ongoing drama surrounding Prince Andrew, Sarah Ferguson, and the future of Royal Lodge. This is a story about money, reputation, loyalty, survival, and the quiet battles fought behind palace walls. And at the center of it all is a shocking move that has set tongues wagging across the UK and beyond. Sarah Ferguson, the Duchess of York, reportedly selling a £4.2 million home to help save Prince Andrew's crumbling Royal Lodge. This is not just a property story. It is a royal survival story. From the outside, Royal Lodge looks like a fairy tale residence. Set within the lush greenery of Windsor Great Park, the sprawling mansion has long been associated with prestige, privacy, and royal tradition. But behind its elegant facade lies a harsh reality. Mounting costs, strict lease obligations, and an uncertain future have turned this once glorious home into a financial burden that threatens to push Prince Andrew even further into isolation. To understand why Fergie's alleged decision is so significant, we need to go back to the beginning. Prince Andrew, the Duke of York, was once considered one of the Queen's most favoured sons. As a naval officer, a war veteran, and later a senior working royal, he enjoyed status, influence, and the kind of access most people could only dream of. Royal Lodge became his home in 2003, under a long-term lease agreement that required him to maintain the property at his own expense. At the time, this did not seem like a problem. Andrew was a senior royal with financial backing, public duties, and a clear role within the monarchy. But everything changed. Over the years, Prince Andrew's public image collapsed under the weight of scandal, controversy, and public scrutiny. His withdrawal from royal duties left him without the institutional support he once relied on. Security funding was reduced. Income streams dried up. And suddenly, the costs associated with maintaining a vast historic estate like Royal Lodge became overwhelming. Royal Lodge is not just a home. It is a listed property with strict conservation requirements. Repairs cannot be cheap fixes. Roofs, plumbing, electrical systems, and structural elements must be maintained to exacting standards. Experts estimate that ongoing repairs and upkeep could cost millions of pounds over time. Reports of the building falling into disrepair have only fueled speculation that Prince Andrew may eventually be forced to leave. This is where Sarah Ferguson enters the picture. Despite their divorce in 1996, Fergie and Andrew have maintained an unusually close relationship. They continue to live together at Royal Lodge, presenting a united front that has puzzled royal watchers for decades. While their romantic relationship ended long ago, their personal loyalty clearly did not. In interviews, Fergie has consistently defended Andrew, standing by him even as public opinion turned sharply against him. Sarah Ferguson's own life has been far from easy. Financial struggles, public embarrassment, health challenges, and constant media attention have followed her for years. Yet she has reinvented herself time and again. As an author, speaker, and entrepreneur, Fergie has worked to rebuild her finances and her reputation. Which makes the reported sale of a £4.2 million home all the more striking. Selling a property of that value is not a casual decision. It signals urgency, sacrifice, and a willingness to put personal assets on the line. For many observers, this move suggests that Royal Lodge is truly at risk, and that traditional royal safety nets may no longer be enough to protect Prince Andrew from eviction. Why does Royal Lodge matter so much? For Prince Andrew, Royal Lodge is more than a residence. It is a symbol of dignity, stability, and continuity in a life that has been steadily shrinking. Losing Royal Lodge would not just mean moving house. It would represent a public demotion, a loss of status, and a final acknowledgement that his place within the royal hierarchy has fundamentally changed. There is also the matter of precedent. If a senior royal can be forced out of a historic residence due to financial constraints, it sends a powerful message about the monarchy's evolving priorities. The era of unconditional support may be over. Accountability, public perception, and financial independence now matter more than ever. For Fergie, the stakes are deeply personal. Her loyalty to Andrew has often come at a cost. Critics argue that standing by him has damaged her own efforts at rehabilitation in the public eye. Supporters see it as evidence of character, compassion, and resilience. By allegedly selling a major asset to help secure Royal Lodge, Fergie reinforces the narrative that their bond goes beyond convenience or optics. But questions remain. Is the money enough to save Royal Lodge in the long term, or is this merely a temporary fix? Are there deeper financial pressures at play that the public has yet to see? And perhaps most importantly, why does the monarchy appear unwilling to intervene more directly? Some insiders suggest that this is precisely the point. The royal family, under King Charles III, is said to be streamlining operations, reducing costs, and reshaping the institution for a modern era. Properties, titles, and privileges are no longer guaranteed. They must be justified. Royal Lodge, with its high maintenance costs and association with controversy, may simply no longer fit the vision. Others believe that allowing Andrew to remain there, supported quietly by private means, is a compromise. It keeps him out of the spotlight while avoiding the spectacle of a forced eviction. In this interpretation, Fergie's financial sacrifice becomes a strategic move that benefits everyone involved. Still, public opinion remains divided. Some see this as an example of royal excess, questioning why vast sums are being spent to preserve a lifestyle many view as undeserved. Others argue that Andrew is being unfairly punished, isolated, and stripped of dignity without due process. The truth likely lies somewhere in between, tangled in centuries of tradition and the harsh realities of modern media scrutiny. What cannot be denied is the symbolism of this moment. A duchess selling a multi-million-pound home to prop up a crumbling royal residence captures the shifting dynamics of power, money, and loyalty within the monarchy. It reveals a family under pressure, forced to make uncomfortable decisions in an unforgiving public arena. Royal Lodge itself stands as a metaphor. Grand, historic, and prestigious, yet increasingly difficult to sustain. Much like the old model of royalty it represents. As repairs mount and leases come under review, the future remains uncertain. Will Andrew manage to hold on to Royal Lodge for years to come, or is this merely delaying the inevitable? Will Fergie's sacrifice be remembered as an act of devotion or a futile gesture against unstoppable change? One thing is clear. This story is far from over. Every development adds another layer to an already complex saga. Financial filings, property rumors, and palace silence all fuel speculation. And in the background, the public continues to watch, judge, and debate what the royal family should be in the 21st century. For now, Royal Lodge still stands. Its gates remain closed, its lawns trimmed, its walls holding centuries of history. But beneath the surface, cracks are forming, not just in the building, but in the institution itself. And as Sarah Ferguson's reported sacrifice shows, saving a royal home may come at a very personal price. If you want to stay updated on the latest royal developments, hidden financial maneuvers, and the stories the palace never wants to explain, make sure you stay connected. These are not just tales of crowns and castles. They are human stories of loyalty, loss, and survival in a world that is rapidly changing. Thank you for watching, and if you found this breakdown insightful, support the channel by liking the video, subscribing for more deep dives, and sharing your thoughts in the comments. The royal story continues, and we will be here to follow every twist.